How's it going, guys and girls? Hope you guys are having a great week. So 2024 is pretty much upon us, and we are back today with the first video of the series from my top 10 list. So it's that time of the month again, guys. It is time to talk about some of the biggest game releases coming out in January 2024. So kicking us off first this month is Laker Aged Through Blood. This game is developed by Brainwash Gang, and it is a Western-inspired Motorvania set in a post-apocalyptic wasteland. The game tells the story of an oppressed tribe and a mother coyote warrior who embarks on an endless path of vengeance to take back what her people lost. The game has received a 94% very positive rating on Steam and plays like a cross between Ollie Ollie World and My Friend Pedro. I got to check out the demo during the Steam Next Fest last year and I really enjoyed it. The game first released on the 19th of October last year on PC, PS4 and PlayStation 5 and of course Xbox consoles, and it's finally getting a Nintendo Switch release this month. The second game coming out this month is Momodora Moonlit Farewell. This is the culmination of the Momodora series of Metroidvania games by Bomb Service. It takes place 5 years after the events of Momodora 3. Momo, a high priestess of the Koho village, sets off on a journey to save the world from demons. The Momodora series is best known for its gorgeous pixel art and fast-paced action, focusing on melee combos, dodging enemy attacks, and firing arrows at your enemies. The series has a pretty dedicated fan base and is a beloved series, with the last game having sold a whopping 800,000 copies worldwide. If you're interested, Momodora Moonlit Farewell releases on the 11th of January on PC. The third game coming out this month is Sovereign Syndicate. This is an interesting looking Victorian steampunk RPG with tarot cards instead of dice. Sovereign Syndicate is set in the streets of London, where you investigate the disappearance of society's most vulnerable to uncover a mysterious cult. It is developed by Crimson Herring Studios. The game very closely draws inspiration from titles such as Disco Elysium, Arcanum, and Baldur's Gate. Players can choose from 3 playable characters. Each character has their own mix of skills, equipment, and expertise, with branching stories that intertwine and unfold based on your choices. If you enjoyed Disco Elysium, Sovereign Syndicate may be right up your street when it releases on the 15th of January on PC. The fourth game coming out this month is Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown. This is a very stylish looking 2D action side-scrolling platformer from Ubisoft Montpellier. While it might share the same title and world, this is not the prince that we know. Instead, Lost Crown introduces an entirely new hero called Sargon, a young member of a warrior clan called the Immortals. During the game, Sargon must travel to the cursed city of Mount Oath to rescue the kidnapped prince Gassan. The Lost Crown definitely has elements of Metroidvania in that the game world is interconnected and filled with secrets and shortcuts. The art style is absolutely beautiful and the combat, traversal and puzzle solving looks fun. I am interested in checking out Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown and will likely be streaming and reviewing it when it releases on the 18th of January across multiple platforms. The fifth game coming out this month is The Last of Us 2 Remastered. Naughty Dog are releasing the remastered version of The Last of Us 2 this month, offering graphical enhancements including native 4K output in fidelity mode and 1440p upscaled to 4K in performance mode for the PlayStation 5. It will also of course offer improved load times and a whole suite of new accessibility features. The most impressive addition though is a new gameplay mode like the roguelike survival experience in No Return, challenging players to survive as long as they can in a series of randomized encounters featuring different foes and memorable locations, offering a variety of new playable characters including Dina, Jesse, Lev, Tommy and more, with their own unique traits and different play styles. If you didn't get to play The Last of Us Part 2 when it originally came out, this really is the ultimate version of the game, and for those that already own the PlayStation 4 version, you can actually upgrade to the remastered remastered version of the game for just $10, which is pretty cool. The Last of Us 2 Remastered releases on the 19th of January on the PlayStation 5. The sixth game coming out this month is Another Code Recollection, an upcoming video game collection for the Nintendo Switch. It offers a full remake of the two original Another Code games that launched on the Nintendo DS and Wii. Another Code 2 Memories, known as Trace Memory in the US, and its sequel, Another Code R, A Journey into Lost Memories. In Two Memories, Ashley receives a letter from her father, who she thought had passed away. 13-year-old Ashley sets off for the solitary Blood Edward in search of him. Not long after arriving, she encounters a mysterious ghost named Dee and discovers a mansion filled with mind-bending puzzles and mysteries to solve. In the sequel, set 2 years after the events of the first game, Ashley takes a trip to Lake Juliet to uncover the truth behind her mother's past. This new version of the game offers overhauled visuals, fully explorable 3D environments, new voice acting, new cutscenes, music, and puzzles. Players can finally get to experience the full story of Ashley Mizuki across both games when it releases on the 19th of January. The seventh game coming out this month is Graven. Graven is an upcoming dark fantasy first-person shooter developed by Slipgate Ironworks. In January, it will leave early access with a full release on PC, coming to consoles at some point later in the year. Players assume the role of a faithful priest of the Orthogonal Order, exiled for a crime of retaliation against the Order to sacrifice his adoptive daughter. Given a mysterious staff and a book from a stranger, the priest embarks on a journey to hunt down the 4 heretical sects responsible for conjuring plagues and twisting the natural order. Players can use a wide variety of weapons and spells to take down enemies and eldritch-style monsters. The game also supports solo play, split-screen co-op, and up to 4-player online play. Interested? Graven is set to release out of early access on the 23rd of January. The eighth game coming out this month is Howl. This is a turn-based tactical folk tale set in medieval times. A sinister howling plague has ravaged the land, turning all who hear it into feral beasts. You play a deaf heroine plunged into darkness in search of a cure. Howl's visuals are created through living ink, a flowing art style that paints the story as you play. Carve your way through a dark fairy tale world made up of obscure yet magical places where you fight and write to rid the lands of the plague. Howl released on PC and Nintendo Switch on the 14th of November last year, and for those interested, it is getting a console release this month on the 25th of January. The ninth game coming out this month is Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. This is the 9th mainline entry in the Like a Dragon RPG series from developer Ryuga Gotoku's studio. It is a direct sequel to Yakuza Like a Dragon and Like a Dragon Gaiden, The Man Who Erased His Name. Infinite Wealth stars both Ichiban Kasuga, the main protagonist of Yakuza Like a Dragon, and Kazuma Kiryu, the original protagonist from the Yakuza series. The game takes place in the franchise's first overseas locale, Hawaii, in addition to familiar settings in Japan. Together with old and new allies, Kasuga and Kiryu team up to help the former find and reunite with his mother in Hawaii. Similar to Yakuza Like a Dragon, the game will use a turn-based combat system for all playable characters. Each character can choose from multiple jobs, which act as classes that grant them distinctive perks and playstyles. Fans of the Yakuza series will definitely want to pick this up when it releases on the 24th of January, if not for the crazy over-the-top storyline, fun combat and wacky minigames, then just to see the conclusion to Kiryu's story. The 10th game coming out this month is Tekken VIII. This is an upcoming fighting game from Bandai Namco and the 8th game in the mainline series. The story campaign of Tekken VIII is set 6 months after the event of Tekken VII, with the game focusing on the final confrontation between father and son Kazuya Mishima and Jin Kazama. The game will offer a total of 32 playable characters on launch, with the first season of the DLC pass adding 4 new characters later on. According to director Katsuhiro Harada, gameplay in Tekken 8 will focus on playing aggressively, rewarding players who are proactive as opposed to those who are defensive. The new gameplay system known as Heat will play a big part in this. The Heat state grants not only chip damage and additional movesets, but also changes the properties of some characters' moves. 2023 was an excellent year for fighting games, and fans of this genre seem to be eating well, with 2024 starting strong when Tekken 8 releases on the 26th of January. So there you have it, guys. Those are just some of the biggest game releases coming out in January 2024. Let me know what you guys think of these games in the comment section below. Are there any titles that you're definitely planning to pick up this month, or if there are any games that you are aware of and hasn't been talked about in this video, please do share those in the comment section below. Anyway, it's great to be back. Looking forward to 2024 ahead. And of course, I will be back next month with the biggest game releases in February. So do look forward to that. Hope you guys are having a great week, of course. Take care. And as always, happy gaming. I should go.